Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader and fellow Capricorn, and I'm very excited to be back with our intuitive reading. This reading is going to cover the time between the 5th and the 18th of July. We'll pull as many cards as necessary and we'll look at whatever comes up. We'll also look at some cards for the key energies for us and key experiences and the outcomes potentially as well. So my darlings, I've shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started on the reading. Okay, my darlings, card at the base of our reading is the Page of Wands. The base of the reading is really just gives us an overview, an idea, a perspective that we need to see this reading through, okay, or this time period through. And for us, guys, that's the Page of Wands. So it's active, it's fire, so it's taking action, moving in directions, doing something, going somewhere, starting something, beginning something. We don't know what the outcome will be, but we're excited about it, we're passionate about it. And it's definitely going to be a journey or a path that's leading us to somewhere, that's giving us something, that's helping us gain something in some way. Okay, so let us move that there. This is your clarifying card, or our clarifying card here, my darlings. I will know when we need to look at it. This is the 5th to the 11th, 12th to the 18th, but they're all going to come towards us, these energies, and we've got our key energies here and our outcome here. So key energies, wow, all about change. I mean, it is exciting because, you know, this month, you know, we look at the astrology. You can read about the astrology down below, actually, down below in the description, and those people that follow Key Wisdom Tarot have seen this already on my Instagram or my Facebook. But it's interesting because we've got on the 16th, we get the full moon, obviously, and the partial lunar eclipse in our sign. So having a full moon in Capricorn and a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, we know that that's about our awareness, our subconscious, things that are going to be revealed, and actually things that are the things that are revealed and that we do find out about ourselves during the course of these eclipses this year is actually things that drive our actions, change our actions, our desires, change the things that we do. So this is kind of the energy that we're moving into, and it's interesting that it's exciting actually that we get this energy of the Wheel of Fortune. This is, you know, we're coming on the back of, you know, we see the Wheel of Fortune, we know, man, we've been through stuff, man. We've been through stuff this year to get to this change. Thank you, because you know how heavy the energy's been, how hard it's been. You've not seen me for how long, because I'm so, the exhaustion is real, people. And I think the energy, but we've been in temperance, you know, that's the energy of temperance. Moving slowly, being just moving really slowly, but we're out of that energy now. There's changes coming, and I'm so excited to see what that change is. So we'll look at this outcome card right at the end, so I'll put that there. Let's look at this week, okay? We've got the 6 of Pentacles, we've got the 3 of Wands, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. We love this card, don't we? And we've got the Knight of Wands. Interesting, because I had these two in the last reading that I did. They were over here. Anyway, so, my darlings, there's a real sense of security that you're coming into, that we're coming into, feeling secure, feeling stable within ourselves, within what we're feeling, within what we're going through. And I feel like that security is being brought about by the really engaging with the truth of what we've been experiencing over the past few months. Like, by really just being honest about, with ourselves, with yourselves, about, you know, about what you've been experiencing and how that has affected you. And we start with this card, the Six of Pentacles. So it's our energy again, and six is the card of, we always say about reciprocity. You know, because what that means is we've put energy, we've put effort into manifesting something, and the energy that we've put into manifesting something, into creating something, we are getting that back now. The energy that we've put into understanding something, we are getting the rewards of that now. We're reaping the rewards of our previous behaviour. And that's also indicated by the Wheel of Fortune as well as this card of reciprocity. So that means that we've got opportunities potentially coming our way. You know, the Three of Wands is really a card of opportunity, similar to the Two of Wands. But the Two of Wands, you know, we have to, for the Two of Wands, you've got to walk through, you've got to take the step, you've got to grasp the opportunity. You've got to grasp it. With the Three of Wands, it's coming. The recognition, the money, the offer, the reward, like it's definitely coming. Like, you're definitely going to get it. It's definitely coming your way. But some of you, what might happen is it comes through a lot quicker than you might expect. And this is the, wow, I just got a really hot, like literally it was like putting my hand over it. Okay, it's going to be interesting. What could happen might happen a lot swifter, a lot quicker than you thought, want, expect, whatever. And that might make you want to hold on, okay? So we've got this card to suggest that that's what's happening here, but this card is going to clarify for us. So we'll look at this card with this. So yeah, we've got this. In fact, we're best off looking at all these three in one, okay? So this is what happens. What happens is we know now where we want to go. We know now that we want to seize this opportunity. We want to take this step. We want to get our rewards. But it means change. Number 5, change. It means change, and it means that the things that we felt within us are actually starting to manifest themselves as into the real world as things that we see, things that we do differently. We speak differently to people. We have a different way about us, whatever it is for you as an individual. There's change that's going on within you, and that's actually affecting your external world. Now, the change could be in regard to an opportunity. Someone could be offering you something, giving you something, you know, whatever that might be for you. And you're almost fighting with that energy of wanting to move, wanting to change. There's almost like a sort of battle going on within. And while this battle is raging within you, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't accepting the responsibility. You ain't accepting the opportunity. You ain't saying, yeah, I'll go on a date with you. You ain't doing any of that. You're just trying to work this out. You're just trying to understand this. You're just trying to see if you can change, if this is what you want, if this is the direction you want to go in. And it is, because ultimately we've got this change coming through. As I said, it just might come quicker than you expected, or just far swifter than you thought it would come in, or much more. Just a second. Tiny, come here. Sorry, just ignore it. Tiny, he has been a little bit naughty recently. Come on, lie down, you. Go on. Oh, you're lying there. He's on the floor. He's here, but he's on the floor. Good boy. You still there. I can keep an eye on you there, can't I, doggy? Good boy. Okay, so now with the Knight of Wands, we have this energy of this is what I'm going to... This is how I said it in my last video when I talked about it. This is the energy, the excitement that you feel, the urges that you feel, this is, and it's wild. It's one of those wild horses that's untamed, and that's how you feel. And what you're trying to do is tame it. What you're trying to do is sit on it. What you're trying to do is master it. What you're trying to do is master that it's like being really, it's like in a sexual way, like for example, like being really, really turned on by somebody and they're not responding to it. So like you really want to like have sex with this person, and you're like, you know, you're driving yourself crazy about it. That's the horse, but you're trying to control that urge. And I mean, obviously not necessarily in this example, but I think that an urge is something that should be explored and not necessarily ignored. And that's what you're doing here. You're exploring the urge. You're exploring, well, why and how and if and when. That's what this Five of Wands is. You're exploring the urge that you have. I want to do this. I want to go in that direction. I really feel like I want to do this. And you want to explore why, where this is coming from almost. But ultimately, the energy is you're going to do it. You're going to move. You're going to take the opportunity. You're going to sleep with that person or whatever, you know. You're going to do it. You're going to take some form of action. So let's have a look at these next row of cards and see how, if that tells us. So we've got the Emperor. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Four of Wands. So, okay. So we've got the Emperor. That's linked to Aries. So that for some of people that could be Aries. That could indicate Aries. Dating an Aries, blah, blah, blah. But it's interesting to see these two cards next to each other, like back, you know, like this, because the energy and effort that you put in is being rewarded, whatever that in some way in your life. So if you've tried to work out, if you've tried to get over an addiction, for example, you know, now you'll be rewarded for that. You know, if you've tried to, I don't know why I said that, but that might be for some people, because I don't know why addiction would come into my mind, but anyway, it just did. So someone that might be related to. So, you know, for example, this might be for the addiction example, because Tiny's coming, so that must mean that it is potentially for some people. You know, for some people it might be that you've you know, maybe you were an addict of some sort, of some description, and now you're going to help people to overcome their addictions. You're going to work as a counsellor, for example. That's that. This is what this would be for somebody. That will be your experience. You've been working hard at trying to overcome something. Because the Emperor, that's what the Emperor does. The Emperor works hard at trying to understanding his structures and foundations. The Emperor works hard at trying to understand what makes me the way I am. Understanding what makes me the way I am is what gives me, the Emperor, the strength, the security to move forward decisively in the directions that I need and want to go. Let me just write that down, because it's the truth, you see. I've never really thought about the Emperor in that way. That's where he gets his strength from. That's where his strength comes from, because he's done that work. And that's what you've done, Capricorn. That's what we've done, Capricorn. Put energy and effort into understanding what makes me who I am. And it's that, as I said, that brings about this feeling of security. So ultimately, even if there is new experiences coming through, and it feels like there's new experiences coming through, whether that's people or whatever that is, whether it's jobs, opportunities, cash, whatever, you're deserving of these things and you're ready to have them. Even if the change makes you feel insecure and, oh my God, what's going to happen? Can I do this? You're actually, yes, you can do it. Yes, you are able to do it. That's really positive to see that there, that solidity. I feel a real sense of, it's a real stabilizing month, actually, July. It seems like that for a lot of the signs. It's a very stabilizing month, and definitely for us, it is. Okay, we've got the Page of Swords. So this is maybe potentially, because it's beneath this Three of Swords, Three of Wands, you know, the opportunity that's coming your way. This is, again, being discerning about that opportunity. And that's maybe, for example, engaging with this energy here of the Five of why can't I say that word today? Wands, you know, engaging with this energy of, okay, change is happening. This is scary. This is you doing that, looking at this is the change that's happening, and this is you looking, oh my God, this is scary. Like, it's, you know, it's creating conflict within me. It's making me, change is happening. That's making me not want to do something. Like, I'm scared. I'm nervous at the opportunity that's coming my way. But this is you asking the questions, well, why am I scared? You know, what is it that I'm nervous about? What is it that I'm worried about? What is it that's panicking me? You know, let me look more at the opportunity. Like, you know, who is this person, or who is this job? Who is this company? You know, how can this benefit me? Like, am I getting everything? Blah, blah, blah. This is all this stuff. Because the Page of Swords is trying to find stuff out. It's being discerning. It's trying not necessarily coming to a decision or a conclusion, but it's that gathering of information almost, and engaging with the questions in order to understand something, in order to get to the bottom of something. And that's why they call it the Stalker card, because that's what he does, looking for detail, looking for information. And that's what you're doing. And it looks to be linked to the opportunities that are coming your way, or the things that are coming toward you in this, or us, over the next couple of weeks. We've got to respond to and listen to our intuition always, always, always. I mean, I think that the thing about intuition is people think that that's like, I don't know, it's some sort of mystical. I mean, it's mystical in the sense that it's you won't find it in a book, i.e. this is what intuition is and this is how you access it. I mean, you might find that in a book, but it's mystical because not everyone could understand that. You couldn't understand what that would even mean, never mind go about getting it. But we do all have intuition, and the High Priestess really is linked to the moon. And as I said, we've got the full moon and partial lunar eclipse in our sign this month on the 16th. So this might literally be the 16th. This might actually happen. This energy might come to you on the 16th, because at that time, this is exactly what this card does. What I've said in the description box below is it's about bringing the unknown within to light, and that might include secrets as well. It's about our path, the truth, our karmic path, the truth of our souls, the journey that our soul is on, the reality of those things that we don't understand, but actually they do have an effect on our actions and our behaviors. It's about engaging with them at this time, recognizing that it's that is helping to move you forward, recognizing that sometimes. And this is what your investigations sort of teach us. Our investigations seem to show us and teach us that it's important that we listen and respond to, yes, our experiences and what's going on in the outside world and blah, 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 other people, our relationships, but also what we feel within, what our intuitive mind is telling us, what our intuitive body is telling us, what that is. And really, what it seems to be telling you is that change is necessary, and actually to seize an opportunity. It seems like seizing an opportunity, or getting something, doing something, moving on from this. So that could be a change in circumstance. It could be romantic for some people, it could be in a relationship, and the reason I say that is because of this energy here, but it could also definitely be related to your work. That might be me, that might be someone offering, so I do this, this is my job, so I read tarot online. So maybe someone says to me, Ruth, could you we want you to write an article about tarot in a magazine, for example. That might be that. This is that. And me, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Should I write an article for a magazine? So it's like a new opportunity coming in, one that I've worked hard for. I'm good at what I do, just like you are, or whatever it is in your life. Whatever. I'm giving an example. So this is my reward, if you will. So do I take that opportunity? And it might be scary for me. I might be like, oh my God, is this right? I'm exposed. I don't know. And it takes me some time to make the decision. But ultimately, I trust my inner knowing, my wisdom. I trust that there is a path that I'm on, and I can't necessarily see it, but this feels like the next right step to me. So I'm going to take that next right step. It's that type of energy. And for some of us, that's an opportunity related to enterprise. So, wand energy is related to enterprise, business, our own stuff. But also this could be related to love. So this could be in a commitment, a relationship. This could be someone saying to you, someone saying to me, for example, Ruth, I love you. This is like an example that would never happen. No, it could happen. It could happen. I don't know. This is someone saying, Ruth, I love you. I miss you. Whatever. And I would be fighting the urge, even though they hurt me, or I don't know, I'm making this up, but even though they hurt me, I'm really still attracted to them, and I really just want to have sex with them, or I really want to be with that person again. And it feels like the next right step to me. It feels like where I need to be and where I want to go to. So I take it or not. You've got to decide. But there's actions being taken. And actually the actions that we take this month are predominantly driven by our inner, emotional, intuitive, karmic experiences. It's engagement with that helps us to move forward, that helps us to take action, that helps us to seize opportunities. It's engagement with not only what I do, but why. Engagement with the why I do it. And this is what she represents, why you do it. And the broader sense of the word why. The broadest sense of looking at all those reasons, not just because of this, because of that happened, because that the other happened. It could be, you know, the DNA that you have, and you know, this is what she represents. All those esoteric, existential sort of parts of our existence. This is what she represents, and this is what we're being asked to almost engage with or recognize this month. And we've got this card here, you know, the four. So all the fours are about our foundations, our roots, where we come from. In the Four of Wands, it's about the things that you need in your life to feel good, happy, content. And for you, that might be the relationship, the job, the money, whatever it is. But it's about having those things, being in a space where you can see and recognize, I have the things, the person, the job, the situation that I've always wanted. I've got it. It's here. It's here. That's when the drama comes. You say, is this really what I want? That's when the fight. Anyway, but no, that's what the five represents. If it's in order like that, you know, it's like you get it what you want. Now what you're going to do. Now what? So that's what you say you wanted. You got the man. You got the job. Now that's comes. Now this is the whole, oh my God, it's going to take me ages to write this bloody article, and I've got to do all this work, and I've got to do all that work, and I can't even talk to my friends because there's over there. So, but you get it. You get what you want. This is you. Well, not necessarily. Well, we'll see, because we're going to look at the outcomes now. But there's an opportunity that you can go toward this. There's a new opportunity or something coming through for you. Interesting that I say that, because there's no aces here. But we have got this and this. So these cards of reciprocity, and we have got this level of discernment in almost seizing an opportunity. You know, and it seems like things are coming towards you, coming towards us. As I said, because you have a clear understanding of, this is what makes me who I am. I understand that now. So that means that when we be decisive, and as I said, this is what makes me who I am in the broader sense of that word. You know, we've got that energy. So it's interesting to see. It's karma now. It's actual karma that we are engaging with. We are engaging this year with karma, with law of attraction, with life path, with all those things. And you may not be consciously aware of that, but you are engaging with we all engage with those things all the time. But actually what's happening with Capricorns and Cancers this year is our awareness of that engagement is being increased. So that means the veil, this is a veil behind the High Priestess, the veil that separates our reality, i.e. the things that are concrete and real in front of us, from our, I got a weird feeling about that, or I'm not sure about that. The veil between those two sides of our lives is almost being removed, and you're becoming more and more. So for people like me who I'm a tarot reader, if you're a psychic or a medium, whatever, you will know and have noticed that your intuition, your gift, if you will, has become stronger. People that don't do this for a living, doesn't matter. Your feeling is becoming stronger. That's because, again, Capricorns, we've got a huge amount of responsibility. All Capricorns do in this world. And, you know, we're being called to evolve, and we are evolving this year. And this is a continuation of that evolution. Again, your awareness is increasing, and it might be, as I said, that we see evidence of that evolution out in the world. It's like manifestation kind of thing, law of attraction. So we've got this outcome. And it's interesting that just a second. Daddy, come here. Come on. It's interesting how I've been going on about this feelings, and we get finally the king of the feelings, the King of Cups. And, you know, the king, the High Priestess, she's feminine. This is feminine energy, and what that means is it's about understanding what is within, you know, shining a light on what is within our subconscious mind, the journey of our soul, etc., the esoteric stuff. The kings are masculine. They're about our actions, what's out in the external world, our consciousness and our minds. are the kings, and they're about being decisive, acting, taking action, taking steps, moving. In this instance, there's a combination of these two ideas, isn't there? There's a combination, because it's a cup, so it's acting on our emotions, acting on what we feel. And that's exactly what I was saying to you before when I was talking about this. We're becoming more and more sensitive. Capricorns are becoming more and more sensitive, spiritually aware anyway. But it's like you are listening to these inklings, to this knowing, and you are not just ignoring it. You're not just doing what people do, which is what we all do at times, which is just disregard. Oh well, yeah, I'm tired, but forget. I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to acknowledge the fact that I'm tired because I've got loads of work to do. I've got a job. I've got a baby. I've got whatever. I've got a house. I've got a business to run. You're actually starting to listen to the fact, you know what, I am tired, so I'm gonna listen to the fact that I'm tired, and I'm just gonna exist in that space for a bit before, even though I've got a kid and I've got a job and I've got a mortgage, I'm gonna exist in that space. And look at what time it's just turned now, 4:44. So we know that fours are about our foundations, new foundations, authentic foundations, establishing, creating, existing within new authentic frameworks and structures. That's what this number basically represents, and that's what this reading represents. And this framework, this structure, this new way of living, you are going to start acting more considerately. You're going to be more considerate to yourself, more compassionate to yourself. However amazing the opportunities are, however much you've loved, however long you've been separated from that man, that woman, and however long you've loved them, and they're going to come back to you and tell you that they love you, you are still going to be discerning of yourself, responsive to yourself. Yeah, you've been waiting for 3 years for him to ask you to marry her, or you've been waiting for 3 years for him to come back, or to be offered that job. But now the opportunity is here. You are going to be truthful with yourself about, is this really who I want? Is this really what I want? Why do I really want this? Why did I really want him? Why have I thought for this long that I've wanted that person, that job, that opportunity, whatever? This is you actually engaging with those type of questions, that type of energy, and really making decisions based on both those aspects of ourselves. Okay, so both the masculine and the feminine, the divine masculine. Okay, so this understanding of what makes me who I am and what makes me do the things that I do. And this is the whys, the drivers behind that. So this is the exciting time for us. There's a real, as I said, it's a very stabilizing month for all of us I see so far in all the readings that I've done. I mean, I've only got one more reading after us. So yeah, it's basically, that's how it's panning out for the month for everybody. But the beauty of it is that there's actual palpable growth and evolution that you have been through, and you start to see that manifested in the world now. You see the difference that the struggle or the challenges or whatever you can see now manifesting at this time around you, the impact of that growth, of that evolution. So that is amazing and beautiful, and good things going to come. Change is going to come. Good things are going to come through and towards you and towards us over this next 2 weeks, and I can't wait to see what it is. Okay, my darlings, give me some comments. Let me know how this resonates, blah, 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 blah. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to share this video on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, with your friends, etc. Now, I will link at the end of this video the pick a card reading. So for those people interested specifically in love over the summer months, want to know what's coming towards you over the summer months, well, check out that pick a card reading, get involved with that. And I'll also link the Key Wisdom playlist at the end. I've got some conscious meditations in there, which is active meditations. You need to listen to the conscious meditations when you're out having a jog or driving to work or falling asleep at night, because actually what that does is it helps us to learn to ask the questions, to engage with that. It's active type of meditation that we can all use. It's basically talking to myself, and we talk about hidden anxieties, how to uncover those hidden anxieties, and also, you know, what and also our desires. So I'm going to link those two videos, those playlists, etc., at the end of this video, so you can watch them. For those followers of Key Wisdom Tarot, people that follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and Facebook, I'll see you all very, very soon. Tomorrow, actually, in fact, because I've got some posts to do, some additional posts to put out this week. For the rest of you all, I will see you all in a couple of weeks with your brand new readings. Take care, my darling Capricorns. Bye.